This is NicoB here with I guess a let's read, maybe, I don't know, of Danganronpa IF. Now this is a light novel that's included with Danganronpa 2 after you've completed the game. So it doesn't have any gameplay, it's just text and stuff, so pretty much I'll just be reading to you guys. I guess you can probably treat this more like a podcast than anything. But I believe it's supposed to be like a sort of what if situation, like a story about like if things had gone differently in the first game. I don't know, but it's supposed to put a bigger focus, I believe, on Mikuri Kasaba and her character, because we really didn't get to see much of her in the first game. I really don't know what to expect with this, honestly, but I asked you guys if you wanted me to give this a read, even though there's no gameplay, and you said, hell yeah, so alright. Trigger Happy Havoc, Danganronpa IF, the button of hope and the tragic warriors of despair. I was thinking originally about when I was reading this, I was thinking maybe I'd show, like, I don't know, scenes from the first game or something, just so you guys had something to watch while I was reading and stuff, but because I like to ad-lib a lot, I think maybe I should probably leave the text in there so you know what's actually being said and what's just, you know, the random bullshit that comes out of my mouth, so. Anyway, character introduction, I think it's just, yeah, it's just the traditions of all our favorite characters. Hopefully I can remember how to do everybody's voice. Oh, this is gonna be like a trip down memory lane for me. Look at this. I'm gonna whip out all my favorite voices. I didn't even get to use the most Rige voice in this last playthrough, and that made me mad. Alright, from the beginning, let's do it. I have Monokuma's theater! Monokuma's monologue.
The world is full of ifs. If Adam hadn't tied the knot with Eve, society as we know it never would have been born. The world that everyone lives in is just one outcome among the countless ifs. It will continue to be a mortal world overflowing with infinite ifs. If is what is in miso soup, you know? What lies beyond this point is a scary world filled with iffy stepfathers who abandon their families. A climb bottle where the inside and the outside are filled with uncertainty. Ah, but don't break it, okay? Don't do it! It's so expensive there'd be no way you'd ever be able to pay me back. But I don't know how you look at it. F's are simply worlds like any other. No matter how hypothetical the story may be, the future is the only thing that's truly foggy. And the past is more so than a frozen banana. What am I talking about? Can't change the conclusion that has already happened. Even if you see a world that may have existed, it wouldn't affect the people living in reality, because if is only if after all. Even if a parallel world exists with it, where a particular if actually happened, you must get across the matter stream more that easily. No matter how far if goes, it will always be a what if scenario. Oh my god. Okay, we get it. Do you really want to say that? You've got some sick interest. Don't think that's an insult to Makoto. Do you think it's an insult to Makoto and the others after the tragedy they overcame? Remember all that shit that happened?
I was there too, dude.
Shut up, Hawkeye! Nobody fucking cares about you. As far as I'm concerned, I'll still insult them.
I don't know, should I refer to it as IF or if? I don't know.
If you're gonna look at IF, I think it's better if you view the outside world of the climb bottle first. It might even be better if you view the ending of the video game called Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Which you didn't do, Nico!
I did! I played the fan translation.
No, you didn't! That was a fake translation! You're gonna play the official translation with the real voice actors and the real bonus content!
Whatever, it's the same fucking—
Shut up! No, it isn't! Try to play multiple times, spend your free time with Junko at least 3 times too!
Oh, I got you. You're saying spend your time with Junko Mishima, or i.e. Mikuri Kasaba in that game, the not real Junko.
It may be ideal if you collect all the items and movies too! But if you guys have come this far, I'm sure you've already done all that. Still, I'd buy the game if I were you. I'd actually buy at least 2 copies if I were you.
But that shit.
The curtain lowers. Oh.
Trigger Happy Havoc IF, Danganronpa, the button of hope, and the tragic warriors of despair. Of despair. Oh, alright. Ooh, you got music at least. That's kind of nice. A little background. I'm at the Monomal. What should I do with this? Makoto Nagi was at a loss. Despite his hesitation, his situation was extremely simple and composed of 3 key factors. The first was that Makoto was oh, god dang, it's gonna refer to him as Makoto. No, they're gonna refer to them all by their first names. I can't allow that. I'm never gonna get used to that. No, fuck it. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm gonna call them by their fucking last names, because god dang it, I'm a stubborn motherfucker. First factor was that Nagi was currently locked inside a school. Hope Speed Academy is a school for the privileged elite, and each student attending it possesses his ultimate talent. Nagi was chosen to attend Hope Speed Academy by a lottery held to select the ultimate lucky student. When he arrived for the first day of his school, he immediately lost consciousness. When he woke up, he saw all the exits and windows had been sealed shut. The next factor was Monokuma, a mysterious robot bear, being operated by the mastermind in the announcement he made to all the students.
You'll be living your whole life in this academy,
He declared.
If you want to leave, then kill someone and become the Black End. Or something, you know, whatever.
The strange remote control robot was telling Nagi and his fellow Ultimates to start killing each other in exchange for their freedom. They learned that more than one Monokuma exists, and that each one contains a bomb preventing one from attacking them. Alright, God, we've at the beginning of the story already figured out a lot of this stuff. On top of that, Monokuma announced that anyone who attempted to harm him would receive punishment. The third and final factor was the red button that Nagi was currently holding in his hand. The words escape button were crudely written on this button's marker. That's new.
Just push this and all your worthies will disappear, I guess.
And though the first two factors were certainly cause for panic, Nagi only seemed at a loss for the third. During his free time, Nagi noticed that the school store was open, and his curiosity got the better of him. He was overwhelmed by the disjointed atmosphere upon entering, but his attention soon focused on a strange vending machine. The words "Mono Mono Machine" were written on it, and it seemed to accept strange bear pattern coins that seemed to be found around inside the school.
Oh, my Mono coins, the most valuable thing ever.
I loved how in that last trial in number 2, where it was like, oh no, I lose all my Mono coins. Seemed like a bad idea, but Nagi thought there might be a chance that this machine could dispense some way of escaping the school. Yeah, totally, right. And so he inserted the only coin he had into the coin slot. The result was the escape button mentioned earlier. Oh, okay.
Wow, why did I include that in there? Shit. Yeah. No one's supposed to be able to get that. You have like a zero. You have a 0.0000000000001% chance of getting it.
Last time the ultimate lucky student, motherfucker. Except I'm not bananas, like Kameda. Bananas. There's a limit to how much you can tease us. Maybe the mastermind who trapped us in here was making a cruel joke. These thoughts filled Nagi's mind, and he began to feel deeply discouraged. However, so what's the chance, right? Nagi was just an ordinary boy, and he only gained entry to Hope City Academy during a lottery to find the ultimate lucky student. Maybe that luck was the real deal. If this button is real, maybe I can even save Mizuno. Oh, okay. Nagi took a deep, slow breath and pressed the button. Instantly, pain burst through his entire body. Nagi's arms and legs went limp as he lost balance and fell to the floor in a crumpled heap. As he breathed heavily, it dawned on him what had just happened. I got fucking electrocuted, son of a bitch! He looked down at the button in his hand and noticed a small needle sticking out of it. Ah! Yep, zero escaped me, bro. Nagi quickly surmised that an electric current must have been running through it. After regaining enough of his strength to stand back up, Nagi thought about it once again. I should have known it was a fake. Just how sick and twisted was that mastermind. That fuck. My head still feels a little woozy. I should go back to my room and rest today. With that in mind, Nagi walked out of the school store with slow, careful steps. But Nagi didn't know yet. If the escape button really was a fake, it would have been an act of mercy from the mastermind. A small bear-shaped shadow began moving around the inside the now empty school store.
Oh!
The shadow Monokuma stood before the Mono machine and stared at it silently. After some time had passed, he began to laugh. A cold, hollow laugh, utterly devoid of emotion. Despite the fact that he was alone, Monokuma began to talk, almost as if he was speaking to someone. Perhaps Monokuma was talking directly to the mastermind controlling him, or the guy who's reading the story.
I only put that in the Mono machine because I thought it would be interesting if one of the last few survivors happened to win it.
Oh my god!
But with a success rate of 0.000000001%, I never thought anyone would actually win it. Oh my god, Nico, you're a fucking mind reader. Perhaps I should have expected the ultimate lucky student to overcome such impossible odds. Oh!
Monokuma started blushing and breathing heavily for no apparent reason.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh, you do it, Nagi. You do it.
A robot like Monokuma doesn't need to breathe, but his technology is super advanced. He can express himself like a living creature.
Nagi was chosen through a lottery, and now he's only escaped button through a lottery. It's obviously impossible, right? Is this what a miracle is? Is this all systems go towards escaping? You're saying that if I was all common sense about some meant to come crashing into my world? Oh!
Believe in. Oh wait, I still talking.
Well, even though I don't really want this at all, I'm still starting to enjoy this new sensation. We'll be back after this commercial break.
And then it just shows me the fucking trailer for that random game for the first one.
What the hell is that?
Monacoma's internal machinery began running at full capacity, and his facial expressions began changing more smoothly than any humans could. Suddenly, his expressions immediately stopped, and he whispered through his speakers.
Well, is this really good luck? Oh! Oh!
After muttering something so ominous, Monacoma's loud, screeching laughter rang jarringly throughout the room.
God, I love talking to myself. I wish Monomi were here so I could beat up somebody.
The situation that was about to unfold contained two conflicting emotions in equal measure. Hope and despair. And then, nothing. The next day, nighttime, student's dormitory, Nagi's room. Remember this room? Oh, look, there's my sweet samurai sword. Makoto Nagi lay on his bed, desperately struggling with despair and hope turning within him. Monokuma had forced the students to each watch a DVD earlier that day. Nagi should have seen this as just his parents and his little sister were in danger, and he now found himself determined to leave the school. For some reason, his sister had a megaphone, and she was blasting Monokuma's, and Fakao was there, and I don't know. I think Kameda was too. Shit started happening. I don't know. It's really crazy. A whole bunch of other characters we don't know about. Seems the other students were forced to watch shocking videos of their own. Videos so shocking that they were now determined to escape the school too, even if it meant sacrificing someone to do it. However, it was obvious that these videos were part of Monokuma's trap. As long as a student killed someone, they were allowed to graduate and leave the academy. See, the mastermind controlling Monokuma was hell-bent on making the students kill each other. But right now, Nagi was most worried about Sayaka Mizuno, who seemed to be incredibly distressed after watching her DVD. At that moment was plotting to do something to get Nagi fucking murdered. Mizuno wasn't just the ultimate pop sensation. She was also Nagi's classmate when they were students back at Blackroot Junior High. Her optimism had been encouraging Nagi these past few days. He was becoming a similar source of strength for her as well. If nothing else, I at least have to save Mizuno. Fuck everybody else, especially that douchey guy with glasses. Oh, you mean me? Oh, fuck Fat Tagami. Douchey Tagami's back, baby, in all his skinny glory. As soon as Nagi thought that, he suddenly felt a small headache. Was he really for being punched by Mondo oh wait, which one was Mondo? It's Wada, right? Wada, Yamada. Oh yeah, okay. I got those two guys' names confused. They're kind of similar. Awada and Yamada. Being punched by Awada the other day, or was this a side effect of being electrocuted by the escape button? As Nagi pondered these things, the pain slowly subsided. He returned to his determined thoughts of escape. Anyway, we all need to work together. At that moment, Nagi realized his goals had changed slightly. We all need to? Ideally, it would be best if everyone survived together. However, aside from Mizuno, Nagi had never met the other students before. He didn't know if they could even be trusted in the first place. But at that moment, he trusted them without even an ounce of suspicion. He believed that they were worth helping even at the cost of his own life. Just like Mizuno. Why? The headache struck again, as if all the blood vessels in his brain were being individually sliced open. Ew, ow. Why did I just think that I could trust the others as much as I trust Mizuno? Was he getting he's getting his memories back, right? Is that it? Nagi tried to figure out why his thought process had suddenly changed. Something was wrong. Throbbing pain in his head seemed to synchronize with a strange feeling that something was approaching him. As a ray of light began to form within the dark recesses of his own mind, the doorbell rang. Oh no, this shit's happening now! Oh no, Mizuno's coming in to fuck shit up. Someone's here? Quick got out of bed, but that only made the headache worse. Though concerned for his safety, Nagi carelessly opened the door to his room and came face to face with Mizuno. She was naked. Come on, this is a fan fiction, right? This is a what-if scenario, so why not?
I'm really sorry I came by so late.
Oh, Mizuno, Nagi boner, The pain. What are you doing out so late? The moment he saw her face, the pulsating pain in Nagi's head began accelerating. I felt like his world was being torn apart from the inside out.
Sorry to bother you, but something really weird just happened, and Nagi, what's wrong? You don't look so well.
Mizuno was pale and been trembling when she came to Nagi's room. Wait, I can't remember. She was... Well, who did she kill again? No, she died. She died because of Leon. And, okay, and, yeah, that hasn't happened yet, okay. Mizuno was pale and trembling when she came into Nagi's room, but she seemed surprised that his complexion was worse than her own. But yeah, I'm fine. It's just my head, you know. I got a big pointy stick at my head. Nagi couldn't finish his sentence. His eyes rolled back into his head as he lost consciousness and slowly fell to the floor. And Mizuno's beautiful voice let out a scream. I'm sorry, just her beautiful voice while she like screams in terror as she stood over Nagi's body. The next day, the nurse's office.
Oh, you're awake.
I'm guessing.
Are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up?
As Nagi regained consciousness, he was greeted by the sight of fingers adorned with long fake nails. Oh, being waved in his face. Alright. Huh? Uh-huh. Oh, you're Junko, right? Okay, so for her, I didn't get to do much with her because, well, fake Junko, because I thought she would, you know, she died in like the first like 2 episodes or something.
Hey, why do you sound so unsure?
It was something, it was sort of like, I don't know, it was kind of like a California girl, I don't know.
Hey, why do you sound so unsure?
Yeah, I guess I could kind of, I didn't use that voice, did I? Kind of, I guess maybe probably more of like a psycho voice. Let's go with that one.
Hey, why do you sound so unsure?
I'm a little shocked to hear. Oh,
I'm a little shocked to hear you say that.
That's what she said. Junko Toshima, the ultimate fashionette, was laughing as if she found this all very amusing. Nagi looked around and realized he'd never seen this place before. It looked somewhat like a hospital. 3 beds, including his own, were lined up in the room with various medical instruments laid around them. The black ceiling felt strangely oppressive, but as he sat up, Nagi's mind immediately centered on one possibility. Where are we? Did we get rescued? Oh my god, we're free!
Oh, that'd be nice, huh?
She replied, she looked away. Junko explained that this was the nurse's office on the first floor of the academy. Ah, fuck, I hadn't explored this room yet.
The Batakuma thing said, I can't bear to see my precious students get... I can't bear to see my precious students getting sick. I don't play the place up this morning. But do you think it's suspicious? Or all these meds are poison? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised.
Nagi remembered his encounter with the escape button and let out a small sigh. So why am I here, Junko?
You should thank Mizuno for that.
Yeah, she was. It's hard. It's not like I see it and I don't see the quotes, and I get unsure if they're still talking. Because usually you don't put a big space in between, if they're, unless they've stopped talking. You know what I mean?
She was here the whole night taking care of you.
She was? Oh my god!
Yep, she rested her boobs on your face too. It was awesome.
No, I couldn't have been away for it. She ignored Nagi's surprise and continued casually talking.
But then Taka got all fired up, was like,
we should take turns watching her. Wait, who the fuck is that? Wait, who's Taka? Taka. I remember you guys mentioning this to me before. I think you guys said it was like, it might have been Hagakure. It's like they had nicknames for a few of these characters. Was it Hagakure? I'll just go with that until it tells me otherwise. It's like, we should take turns while we're watching him, dude.
I said be on duty when you woke up. Well, even then only because Dagami ditched.
I see. Thanks.
Like I said, you should thank Mizuno. No, wait, how are you feeling? Is everything alright?
Nagi thought about it for a moment and remembered what he had been thinking about just before he lost consciousness. It's kind of weird, but, actually it's a really weird question, but...
What's up?
Junko, we've never met each other before, right? Upon hearing this, Junko's eyes widened, but a few seconds later she began to laugh.
Huh, are you for real? That pickup line is, like, so totally played out,
Even though she was grinning, a serious look came over her face.
So, you shouldn't expect anything like that from me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was like, wait, she's still talking?
I know it look this way, but I take my virtue pretty seriously.
No, I mean, I never expected...
Well, that's what I figured. It's obviously you're a total omega male anyway.
Nagi and Junko continued to talk to one another. Although he wondered why Junko was talking to him instead of leaving to get to the others, or Nagi didn't question him. He just wanted to talk to someone, anyone. As long as he interacted with his fellow students, he believed he would learn the truth about what was going on inside his head. 10 minutes later, Junko mostly talked about alpha males and omega males, her time being homeless, and about her past and her dreams for the future. The last talk was a lot heavier than the previous ones, but Nagi's calm demeanor seemed to cheer her up. She smiled sincerely and said softly,
"Thanks, Nagi."
It was a sign of gratitude for listening to her troubles, but she kept that same smile as she blurted out something horrifying.
Return, I promise that if I do decide to kill someone, it won't be you.
Don't say scary stuff like that. This is what Nagi thought, but the words that came out of his mouth expressed a different sentiment. I see. Thanks. Thanks, Junko.
Yeah, gee, no problem.
But I wouldn't want you to become the Blackened in the first place. For some reason, Nagi felt like the murderous words that came out of Junko's mouth seemed like a natural thing for her to say. She seemed very surprised by Nagi's response and quickly blurted out,
Huh, are you serious? I was just kidding. Jesus.
Yeah, of course you were. Sorry. Sorry for acting so weird.
No worries. This chalks up to you being woozy from your recovery.
She returned to her usual bubbly self, let a big stretch, and turned to Nagi.
I'm gonna get going now. Make sure you don't get killed before the next person arrives.
After seeing her off, Nagi lay back down in his bed and started thinking to himself.
What is this strange feeling in my testicles? Wait, no, I have a boner, that's why.
Still, a headache continued as his thoughts began to blur. I was just talking to Juno, but I felt like I was talking to someone else. Dun dun dun.
Who is she?
The more he thought, the more it felt like the memories were sinking to a thick swamp. Each throb of pain pulsing in his head felt like a wave on the surface of that swamp.
What is this feeling?
It felt very unpleasant, as though someone's voice was screaming at him from the inside of his head. So yeah, he seems to be like getting his memories back, right? Nagi tried to organize his thoughts and go over everything that had happened to him.
Now, time has changed, and I'm guessing, because we didn't let, because, you know, Nagi ended up passing out, so I'm guessing Mizuno didn't go on a murder rampage.
But he's interrupted by the sound of a bell. Unlike the dorm rooms, the nurse's office didn't have a doorbell. The bell sound that Nagi heard was ringing throughout the entire building.
Testing. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. This is the scope broadcast system.
It was Monokuma's voice.
Now Nagi's finally woken up. Please, someone to the gym.
Nagi listened to Monokuma's heartless order and got out of bed without complaining.
I have to go.
He walked one step at a time in accordance with the rhythm of his throbbing headache.
Slowly he walked forward, not knowing if where he was headed was heaven or hell.
The gym. Nagi, you're right. I don't know who said that. Oh.
Nagi, are you alright?
Mizuno ran over to Nagi as soon as he entered the gym, just ripped her clothes off and started making out with him.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's my...
I'm sorry, that was my fanfiction. I got mixed up. As he entered the gym. Yeah, thanks. Sorry yesterday. I guess I really worried you.
Oh, please don't apologize. I'm sorry, too. I barged into your room when you were feeling well. It was playing to set you up for murder.
Wait, what was that last part?
Oh, nothing.
Now you mention it. What happened yesterday? Mizuno looked away for a brief moment, but immediately turned back. Smiled her pop sensation smile and shook her head.
Oh, it's nothing. I'll tell you some other time.
Huh? While they were talking, Kiyotaka... Oh, Taka. Taka must have been Ichimaru. Did they spell it like that? I thought it was with a C in his name. Ishimaru. Oh, no, yeah, okay, so Taka must have been him. Okay, okay, Taka Ichimaru, the ultimate moral compass, stepped forward, pointing an accusatory finger. Moral compass? That's what they're calling him in this? This doesn't make any sense at all, does it? Moral compass? Oh, he's the head of the public morals committee at his previous high school. Wasn't he like, what was he in the fan dub? I don't even remember anymore. Step forward, pointing an accusatory finger at Nagi. You're late, Nagi! Explain why you were tardy! The students clearly raised their eyebrows as if they were thinking. Why is this guy yelling at someone who was sick? However, Nagi just smiled and gently answered him honestly. I didn't feel well, so I was resting in the nurse's office. Can you note that in the daily logbook?
I see. That's consistent with my information. If that's the case, then I shall consider this matter settled.
The conversation progressed smoothly, and Ichimaru smiled as he kept talking.
Ha! I'll take full responsibility for your recording it. You just focus on recovering. If you ever feel ill, please report to the health committee.
Seems we'll need to appoint health committee members after this meeting, though. Wait, did he say that, or did I say? Okay. Ichimaru walked away, mumbling to himself as he opened a daily logbook he found in the academy supply room. Celestia Ludenberg, Celise. Funny, I just realized in the original, in the fan dub, we actually referred to her as Celise. You know, not her last name. The ultimate gambler? Is that what she was? No, she wasn't the ultimate gambler. She was like the ultimate something else. I don't know. Some of these have different translations than the other one was, and it's like... So the whole Celestial Ludenberg, the ultimate gambler, so the whole conversation walked up to Nagi.
Despite his unreasonable behavior, you knew exactly what to say to him.
Huh? As soon as... Oh god, they're gonna call Celeste. God damn it. As soon as Celeste said that, it dawned on Nagi. It's true that he didn't feel well and that he'd been resting in the nurse's office. But when Ichimaru asked him why he was late, even though he should have already known the reason, Nagi didn't feel annoyed or disappointed at all. It was as if he expected Ichimaru to say that. Nagi felt strange that he had accepted
Ichimaru's personality so quickly. He couldn't understand why he had asked Ichimaru to do something as unnecessary as recording it in the daily logbook in the first place.
Why did I say that? Because I knew it's like I was used to it.
His response to Ichimaru's demands came as naturally to him as breathing.
Why?
Why? Every time he tried to think about it, his headaches grew even worse. As Nagi struggled to think through the pain of his headaches.
Oh!
Like a white stuffed animal jumped out from behind the gym's podium and began twirling around as he spoke in a cheerful voice.
Hey guys, someone here?
Sounded like he was about to lead the students on a field trip, but not a single one of them had a smile on their faces. What was it this time? Are we gonna hijack a cruise ship and run into a gigantic worm? Of course, there was one exception. Yasuhiro Hagakure, the ultimate clairvoyant, still believed that their current situation was some kind of planned event. Monica just ignored him and continued to address the students with his adorable. I knew that was fucking Hagakure too. I was like, that's gotta be Hagakure with his adorable voice.
Today I'm gonna tell you all about a wonderful academy system. System sure sounds like a great word, don't you think? A risk of danger, just like a bear. I want you all to trample over the deaths of your friends and grow up to have hardened hearts. It's going to be a little naughty. I want you all to grow poisonous personalities.
After making this nonsensical introduction, Monokuma moved on to the next topic. This began providing a detailed explanation of the most vile system in the school, the class trial.
No, you can't just kill someone. You gotta kill someone without anyone else finding out you did it. We didn't already talk about this earlier? I don't think this happened again. Why does the Mazono system murder somebody by this point? Fuck!
Monokuma talked about his horrible graduation program with casual indifference. But because the killing hadn't happened yet, his lecture didn't instill any despair in the students. As long as the killing never occurred, there'd be no point to the class trial. But no one could really say that a killing wasn't going to happen. As students' suspicions began to rise, Monokuma continued to explain the trial until... Wait, hold on! As Monokuma began explaining the executions that would serve as punishment, one girl stepped forward. Junko? As soon as... Oh, that's right, this is where she was supposed to... This is where she comes forward and she's like... And then she gets fucking shish kebab. As soon as he saw how angry she was, the rhythm of Nagi's headache began to change slightly. Wait, is he getting his memories back, or is he, like, predicting the future? I'm like... or both.
You freaking insane, you know that? Huh?
Girl continued to complain angrily.
Oh, you want a piece of this, slut? Apparently you didn't learn your lesson from the last time we did this.
She seemed completely different from the smiling person Nagi saw in the nurse's office. Huh? Is Junko always like this? No, she's different. That's how Junko acts, but... Is that person really Junko? Oh, wait a minute, what am I thinking? As Nagi struggled with his headache and confusion, Monokuma and the girl continued to argue.
What? Are you saying you're not gonna participate in the trial? The fuck? Only...
Wait, see, that doesn't make any sense. Why did he... They put a quotation mark at the end there, but he hasn't finished talking yet.
Stop confusing me again with your shitty punctuation! Only punishment awaits this blasphemy! What punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something!
Different. The strange feeling he felt now was directed at Monokuma. Prison? No, they aren't that kind. A series of images flashed in Nagi's mind. At first he thought it was some kind of parade, but he quickly realized that was a mistake. What looked like lights were black sheep buildings engulfed in flames. The red decorating this scene seemed to have come from human bodies. Despair. It wasn't confined to the academy or even Japan. Images of worldwide death and destruction flooded Nagi's brain with every throb of his headache. I've seen this before. Says the indescribable violence taking place in all these images. There's only one thing they had in common. Who are they? They're rampaging terrorists wearing black and white masks were wreaking havoc in these images. They took everything. Money, valuables, lives, families, dignity, the past, the future, and possibly even hope bagels. The masks these terrorists were wearing perfectly resemble the face of the stuffed animal arguing with the student before him.
Shut the hell up, dude. Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be a part of this. Don't be so selfish! You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me.
Wait, I can't, who am I?
If you stand here before me, I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll just have to go through me first.
Monokuma swung his arms wildly as he charged at the girl with wilding steps.
Oh, we're coming to get you!
The girl stomped on the self-proclaimed headmaster of the academy with ease.
Oh, damn it! Damn my short, stubby little legs! Are you enjoying yourself now?
Pinned beneath the girl's foot, Monokuma looked up into the girl's cold eyes and upper skirt too. He's like, oh! And calmly asked,
Are you? Huh? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed! But I just kind of stepped on you lightly. Shut up, this is violence! You violating a school regulation! Oh!
At that moment, Chill ran down Nagi's balls. She's going to get killed. Monokuma's words sounded very threatening to him. It wasn't a prediction or guess. It was as if he knew the danger Monokuma posed from the start. If this continues, Junko's going to... His mind still didn't fully grasp the situation unfolding in front of him. By the time he realized he was about to remember something, he was already running forward.
Go! Nagi time!
Junko? The impact of his feet, combined with the rhythm of his headache, sending his brain and heart into a panic. No, she's different. She's...
Oh, I invoke the mighty summon spell! Help! Help! To me! Come to me! Godly spirit, come near! Oh man, I've been waiting fucking forever to use this thing again! I didn't get to use it at all the second game. It sucked! It fucking sucked!
Monokuma wiggled beneath the girl's foot and let out a scream. At that exact moment, Nagi charged at her and screamed out. Oh, you said her real name. Makuro, watch out!
Huh?
The girl versus Junko and the machine widened her eyes in shock. Was like, what the fuck? As if to evade the charging Nagi, she jumped back with agility unheard of in a teenage high school girl. And then, right at that moment, countless spears pierced the spot where she had been standing just a split second ago. All students, including the girl, stared wide at this sudden turn of events. Spears, too many of them to count, had shot out with blinding speed from mechanisms installed on the floor or walls of the gym. However, Nagi was unable to notice this. Huh? Why did I call Junko Makuro? Makuro? As that thought entered his mind, a sharp, sudden impact struck his side, followed by an intense, deathly pain that read down his entire spine and spread through his entire body. The spear stabbed into his side and instantly tore his flesh to shreds, and shot out his back, coated in blood and other bodily fluids. Oh, God! And now Nagi's dead. Are you serious? Don't tell me Nagi's gonna die. At that moment, the black void that engulfed Nagi's mind was consumed by death itself. His consciousness slowly faded. He remembered everything. Because of the electric jolts and the chemical compound from the escape button, because of that button he had found by chance, Nagi managed to escape. He escaped his hopeless game where he and his fellow students had their memories stolen and were forced to kill each other. Of course, that escape is also what led him to his current life or death predicament. In the end, perhaps he only escaped from one despair to fall into another. But at that same time, his actions had unintended consequences for one person, the girl living a false identity as her beloved little sister, Junko Enoshima. Makuri Kasaba, the ultimate soldier and the member of ultimate despair. Her past, her future, perhaps even her hope herself were on the path to despair. And so the curtain falls in Nagi's story for now. At this point, this story is about a certain girl. A girl who is more pitiful than anyone else in this sealed-off academy. A new curtain along with the new despair shall now rise. Okay. So, wait. So does Nagi die? So now are we flashing back to Makura or something?
Huh?
Time had certainly stopped for Makuri Kasaba. It was as if everything around her had frozen perfectly still. Okay, here we go. Now from her point of view. In the past, she was known as the ultimate soldier. She had experienced... I'm going to call her Makura because we never hung out with her enough to call her Ikasaba. She had experienced this feeling before during her time with the mercenary group Fenrir. In situations where she was surrounded by a hopeless number of enemies within the jungle or in a desert ruin, the charging enemies seemed as though they were frozen in time, which allowed her to claim a decisive victory in all her battles. But this wasn't a battlefield, so why did this familiar sensation activate once again? In order to understand what had happened, Makuro slowly tried to assess the current situation from within this frozen world. Junko and Makuro are both children of despair, but Junko Enoshima, the true ultimate despair, harbors a far deeper darkness within her. Though their last names are different, Makuro is Junko's older sister, connected by the bonds of blood. She cooperated with Junko's hopeless plan and impersonated her under the pretense of participating in the killing game alongside her classmates. According to the plan, Makuro was supposed to oppose Monokuma, who her sister was controlling, and be locked in a dungeon as punishment. Isolated from the others, she would then escape the dungeon and perform various acts intended to deprive the students of hope. I see. Okay, that was probably mentioned in the first one. I forgot about. That was one thing I didn't remember. I was like, wait, why was she... So, okay, Junko betrayed her, essentially. So instead of... I see. So instead of doing what they planned to do, or, oh, okay, I'm gonna lock you in a dungeon and do that, then instead she was gonna kill her. I gotcha. That was not something... It was something I couldn't remember, so glad they brought it up again. That was the role she'd been assigned. When Nagi succumbed to his headache, Junko ordered her to see if the shock had caused him to remember anything that could make him a liability. He woke up as she was tending to him, so she made small talk with him, but she didn't notice any change in his behavior.
To this point, she was certain that there shouldn't be any problems. Nothing could possibly go wrong. She stumped up Monokuma like her sister ordered her to do and flawlessly spoke the line she was taught to memorize. Oh, I see. Alright, this really was all just totally orchestrated. Afterwards, she would fall through a trapdoor into the dungeon and remain isolated from the other students. That was her role. She hadn't done anything wrong. There were no problems. There were no problems. She repeated that to herself over and over like a silent prayer. But in that frozen moment of time, what she saw was not a trapdoor, but countless spears. One of them had skewered Nagi through his side. Why? Nagi? Why are there spears? Gungnir. I would have died if I hadn't moved. I would have shish kebabbed and then I would have showed up in a later trial and fucked shit up and did Junko mess up the plan? No, Junko would never mess up. She's trying to kill me? Me? Nagi save me? Why, Nagi, no! Why? Why did he say my name? Did his memories come back? Did I not realize that? Did I make a mistake? Is that why Junko got angry? No, she was gonna kill you regardless. Is this punishment? Is it my fault? Junko tried to kill me. 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 Sometimes slowly, time came back to her world. Makura could feel her face turn pale. She slowly looked toward Nagi. As soon as screams rang throughout the gym, Mizuno was probably the first one to scream. But whose scream didn't matter to Makura. Nagi. Why? Nagi was the ultimate lucky student. He'd been her classmate for the past 2 years, and now he was a sacrifice to despair. Not long ago, he had given her an answer of sorts during a conversation in the nurse's office. He was just a pawn in the plan her sister had devised. But now a feeling of doubt began forming in Makura's mind. What did I want from Nagi? As her heart turned relentlessly, she continued to think.
In return, I promise that if I decide to kill someone, it won't be you.
Was I impersonating Junko then? Or did I really mean that? When did I start feeling this doubt? Just now, the moment he saved me? Or when we spoke in the nurse's office earlier? When I first confronted him about this killing game before his memories returned? Or was it before even that? Makura stood there, confused and overwhelmed, as Nagi slowly opened his eyes, the spear impaling him through his side. Makura.
Nagi, are you okay?
Makura was no longer impersonating the ultimate fashionista. Looking up from the floor gym, Nagi asked, Why are you dressed like Junko? He was smiling. Maybe he couldn't feel the pain anymore, maybe he was being affected by something else. But regardless, Nagi ignored the fact that he was dying just to give Makura his warm smile. Oh no, Nagi, no! I don't like this other story. This other story sucks. Oh, don't kill off the ultimate hope, Bagel. I'm glad you're safe, Makura. As soon as he heard Nagi's weak, fading voice, something inside Makura snapped. For within the shell of despair she had built up, an intense emotion began flowing out.
No, this is so wrong.
She couldn't hold back that emotion any longer.
No.
For the first time in her entire life, Makoto unleashed a scream into the world. Makura fell to her knees and clutched her head. A small shadow started walking toward her back. Stuffed animal that had been under her foot. Monokuma. His claws were extended, and he was no longer walking with his usual waddle. Instead, he moved like a beast, suddenly stalking his prey as he slowly advanced within his target's blind spot.
Motherfucker! Damn it! Stupid Nagi fucking up my plans! Little dick! I'm gonna get this slut if it's the last thing I fucking do. God damn it! I got dirt on my feet now! Fuck! So pissed!
As he inched closer to Makura, Monokuma raised his razor-sharp claws, crashed on his haunches, and suddenly leapt toward the back of her neck. However, just before those claws could reach the paralyzed Makura, dark shadow moved in from the side and swatted those claws away with one blow. Oh snap, who was it? His lunge deflected, Monokuma was sent flying through the air, spinning wildly before crashing into a wall.
Damn you! What are you trying to do?
Oh yes, Ugami!
The ultimate Sakura Ogami, the ultimate martial artist, had just prevented another tragedy. She stood before Monokuma and addressed him in a loud, booming voice.
Not only did you attempt to kill Junko for violating school regulations, you even attacked Nagi, who had nothing to do with this. If you plan to continue acting in such a savage manner, there's no reason for us to play along with your game.
Byakuya Tagami, the ultimate fluent progeny. Oh, goody, I get to talk. Smile condescendingly at Sakura. Fool. One could say you've now violated school regulations with your senseless actions. Now he's gonna kick your monkey ass. Whatever. Don't care. He starts fanning himself with a big wad of money. Oh, God. Oh, I miss being a douche. He looked as if he honestly did not care if his fellow students lived or died at all. Well, she merely... who's talking? Oh, that was Sleep.
Well, she merely deflected the headmaster's attack just now. So I do not think it truly counts as an act of violence.
Like Tagami, Celeste seemed unfazed as she chided him over his words. However, the banter between the two was enough to stir the stunned students to action.
Nagi!
Mizuno was the first one to run toward Nagi, who lay bleeding from his stomach. Monokuma stopped her, shouting in a tone of voice that seemed completely out of character.
Be careful! Don't get close to those two! Huh?
Startled by Monokuma's desperate tone, Mizuno and the others stopped moving almost instinctively. Monokuma, really?
Don't touch them!
Students looked around at each other. Instead of his usual playful gait, Monokuma walked toward them with deliberate, methodical steps. And then he suddenly blurted out something that took everyone, including Mikuro Ikasaba, by surprise.
I'm sure you're probably confused by this sudden turn of events, but I want you guys to work together!
Huh? As Mikuro slowly turned her head toward Monokuma, he pointed at her and yelled,
Mikuro Ikasaba and her accomplice, Makoto Nagi, are the terrorists responsible for locking you outside the academy! Go get them! Go get them, fuckers!
Once again, time stopped for Mikuro.
Oh, you dick! Dicks!
But this time, she wasn't the only one affected. Everyone seemed to be frozen in shock. After a few seconds of silence, Aoi Ashina, Ashina, oh, hell yeah. Ultimate Swim Pro spoke first.
Oh, you're kidding, right? I mean, my boobs didn't detect any kind of twist like this. Nagi's a terrorist? That's impossible. Who's Mikuro anyway? I mean, that's Junko.
Monokuma began to slowly explain to Aoi.
The real Junko must be in prison somewhere in this school. Worst case scenario, she might be killed. Mikuro must have researched which one of you would be easiest for her to impersonate and hid among you all by pretending to be her. She's probably trying to make sure this killing game went smoothly.
Suddenly, Monokuma's hands and feet began jerking in an awkward motion as he looked at the other students and introduced himself.
I'm Bashiki Madurai, the ultimate hacker.
Okay, I don't know who that is, but I get the feeling, I think this is, at the beginning, at the top of the screen, it said that this game references characters from Danganronpa 0, so I'm gonna assume that's probably one of the characters.
I don't know who that is. I'm your upperclassman. I hacked into the academy from the outside and I was able to take control of Monokuma's body just a little while ago.
Take control? Who from?
The head of the terrorist organization is controlling this robot from the outside.
What? What are you saying, Junko? Mikuro trembled as she heard the words coming out of Monokuma's mouth. For a brief moment, she clung to the hope that her sister wasn't trying to kill her, but as soon as that hope was born,
It was immediately consumed by despair. Blah, 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 blah.
Junko had the power to transform hope into despair. She would never let anyone hack her that easily. There's only one explanation. Junko Inoshima was pretending to be someone named Bashiki in order to frame Mikuro and Nagi. It was as though Junko was using Mikuro's survival as a branching path to lead the students to a different despair.
To a what-if scenario.
Monokuma continued talking, telling students more lies designed to prod them to action.
On your first day at Host Academy, you guys were exposed to sleeping gas, knocked unconscious, and taken hostage. Mikuro and Nagi are probably the only operatives that the terrorists sent inside the school. That means they're probably not to escape from here.
And then Monokuma turned to face Mikuro.
Mikuro Ikasaba was a member of a mercenary group called Fenrir. She's a wanted criminal who's killed over 10 people associated with the school. So don't get yourself to think you can capture her alive. In fact, that's exactly what the cops told me. So the moment I saw her opening, I tried hacking the trap. They said and tried to kill her.
But what about Nagi?
Well, Kameda, for some reason, was here.
Monokuma gave us cold, emotionless answer to Kameda's question, who showed up for 5 seconds, and then disappeared in a big bagel-shaped ring of smoke.
My guess is the measly, unlucky student didn't stand a chance of defying a group like Fenrir. Was probably threatened and forced to cooperate before you enter the school. Or judging from his other actions, Mikuro seduced him. Oh!
Mizuno's face went pale when she heard that answer, and she immediately stopped talking.
No, that's my boy. I was gonna fuck him. You know, after I framed him, but I was gonna fuck him later.
Mikuro raised her head and shouted,
You're wrong. Nagi's a terrorist. You have to believe me. Believe me.
Somebody please believe me! Whole gym fell silent. And then, as if speaking for everyone,
Taka stepped forward. Ichimaru stepped forward and nervously asked, Hold on, what do you mean Nagi isn't a terrorist? Sounds like you're saying that there's no doubt that you, in fact, are a terrorist. I see that. I say you correct yourself at once and say, we are not terrorists.
Celeste began expressing her own doubts as well.
It is strange, does it not seem odd that she is so protective of someone we all just met a few days ago?
Mikuro stood in silence. The other students' faces began to fill with suspicion and doubt as they realized that they weren't looking at the real Junko Inoshima. Tagami pushed up his glass and began coldly pointing out what seemed out of place to him. I heard that fool Nagi, or whatever the fuck his name is, the little douche, calling you Mikuro instead of Junko. How would Nagi know that your name is really Makura if she just met you not that long ago?
That's...
I've also heard of Fenrir, continued Tagami. As I recall, its members have a tattoo somewhere on their body. Distinctly, Tagami's words put Makura into a calm state of mind. In hostile situations, her defensive reflexes as the ultimate soldier often manifested itself. Makura's tattoo was on the back of her right hand. She wondered how she could hide this from the other students without also calling attention to it. But in the end, this concern was in vain. If the police records are true, then she should have a tattoo in the back of her right hand. Now, show me your boobs. I mean, your hand. As Monokuma freely divulged that... Oh. Okay, Monokuma said that, whatever. As Monokuma freely divulged that information.
Alright, cried Ishimura, his voice filled with enthusiasm. Show us the back of your right hand and prove your innocence.
Monokuma dispensed another unnecessary remark.
Make sure you look real glossy, Monokuma, up with a foundation!
Juko had ordered Makura to hide her tattoo with foundation, so Monokuma's information was entirely true. There's nothing Makura could do except stay quiet. However, she wasn't staying quiet because her identity was about to be exposed. She was struck by the realization that her sister was completely serious about pinning this on her. That bitch!
Why the hesitation? Shouted the foolishly honest Ishimaru. As my classmate, I have complete faith in you.
Behind him,
Fumi Yamada, the ultimate fanfic creator.
the ultimate fanfic creator, that's what he is? I liked him in the first one, who was just called the ultimate nerd, no, or ultimate something else. He was the ultimate mangaka or something, right? Murmured to himself as he cold sweat ran down his cheeks.
Well, look at that. I guess it's what they call a checkmate, huh? Oh yes, Yamada comes in with the greatest line in the whole game.
Why don't you just fess up already, you fucking bastard?
In contrast to Yamada, Uwada, the ultimate bike gang leader, was royally pissed. However, there were some students who were busy questioning Monokuma instead of Makura.
Hey, you're not coming to save us?
Shouted Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
You should hurry up and charge in here already. Come on.
Monokuma looked at looked at Kawada and shook his head softly.
The police can't help you right now. Only are you guys hostages. It's possible that this dire school's been riddled with explosives and poisonous gas. Just, because the explosives weren't enough, I guess. Back to this Monokuma robot to investigate that for myself. Then what about everyone on the DVD? What about everyone inside the school?
Asked Mizuno. The memory of the DVD she was forced to watch yesterday still weighed heavily on her mind, but Monokuma didn't have a clear answer.
I don't know anything about any DVDs, but there are definitely terrorists causing havoc out here. Law enforcement around the world is in shambles trying to deal with this. That's impossible.
Mizuno shuddered and collapsed to her knees.
Mizuno?
Next to her, Chihiro Fujisaki, the ultimate cross-dresser, programmer, was unsure about what she should do. Behind her, two other girls stood silently. First was Toko Fukawa, the ultimate writing prodigy. She seemed to be trying very hard not to look at Nagi as he lay bleeding.
Fukawa.
Oh, good. I get to do this voice again. I'm pretty sure this is the only character I've ever used this voice for. Probably because it's kind of a weird voice. It's not even really a girl's voice. Just I don't know what it is.
The other was a quiet girl who hadn't talked about herself as much, named Kyoko Kyogiri.
Yes, Kigiri. Ultimate wafu.
Unlike Toko. Toko? Oh, right. I forgot.
Stop confusing me with first names, game.
Unlike Fukawa, Kyogiri was watching in everything intently as though she was studying the scene of a crime. From Nagi's she'll figure this shit out, she'll be like.
Well, this is obviously all fake,
From Nagi's breathing patterns to subtle changes in Makura's facial expression, nothing was escaping her attention. Suddenly, Fukawa began nervously talking to Sakura. Began nervously talking to Ugami.
So, anyway, let's just say that Makura woman or whoever over there is a terrorist. Hurry up and beat her to death or something.
We don't know that yet,
said Ugami.
My fists do not mete out justice based on simple speculation.
Ugami tried to get near Nagi to examine his wounds, but Monokuma stood in her way, shouting,
Don't come any closer! Don't do it!
But that Makura was the only one who could get close to Nagi. She did it in countless lives on the battlefield. She knew from experience. If she didn't treat Nagi's wounds, he would die. His wounds were not immediately fatal, but if he continued losing blood, he would eventually slip into shock and die shortly thereafter. Oh, okay, so maybe he'll survive. Wait, please,
Please, you need to treat Nagi first.
Absolutely not, said Tagami, harshly interrupting Makuro. Tying you up and examining the back of your right hand is our first priority. Fuck that little shit. Nobody likes him anyway.
Hey, your dog is indeed another time for that,
said Aoi as Ashina as she cast a worried glance at Nagi. She was still having trouble understanding the situation and hadn't decided if Nagi was suspicious or not.
I don't know what's going on.
Tagami was about to snap back at her, but Makura's actions stunned him into silence. took a deep breath, and then Makura removed the blonde wig from her head.
Behold, I am actually dark-haired.
Where there were two long blonde pigtails only a moment before, there's now short black hair. She cleared her face of all emotion, and then she spoke. Her voice rang throughout the gym.
I'm not Junko Mishima. My name is Makuri Kasawa.
The student stared wide-eyed at her open confession. All she did was move her wig and clear her emotions. But in doing so, the person the students had recognized as Junko Mishima vanished from their sight. The terrorists that had taken their place continued to speak in a calm, stoic tone.
I helped lock everyone inside this academy.
Oh my god, confessional seaside clip moment has finally arrived.
Yamada blurted out.
Oh my god, my fanfic's dreams have come true.
Whoa. Wigs are against school regulations, Junko. I mean Makura.
Shouted Ishimaru. As if stirred by their cries of excitement, the other students began clamoring among themselves. Huh? Said Hagakure.
So, Nagi's wounds are, like, real, dude? No way, dude. Does that mean that stuff about terrorists and whatever is all real, too? So, everything's just happened these past few days wasn't a bunch of stage events? Holy shit, man!
As the reality of the situation began dawning on Hagakure, all Kawada could say to him was, "Man, shut the hell up, bitch." The communist remained calm and addressed Makuro in a condescending manner. "What does your group want? If you were after money, you would have already tried to negotiate with me. Because come on, let's face it, I am way richer and better than everybody else here. I am awesome. I am fucking awesome." Then Nagi pulls out this little brown thing and throws it to Kagami. He's like, "Oh my word, where did you acquire such a beautiful item? I've changed my mind. I'm gonna save you after all.
I actually just shit in my hand and threw it at you, but whatever.
Of course, I'd rather let them die than surrender to your ransom demands."
My purpose is to fill the world with despair.
Tagami scoffed this emotion and began to speak once again. "I see. Monokuma said something similar, so that ideology is what fuels your terrorism. It's true, if you did anything to me, you would certainly fill the world with despair. I would cry like a little bitch. But obviously that would be impossible for you." Ashina couldn't believe what Tagami was saying, and frowned she muttered.
Man, how self-centered can you be, dick?
After confirming that Tagami had no more questions for her, Makura looked at Nagi, whose breathing had slowed, and her later voice showed some emotion.
But Nagi has nothing to do with this. I can't believe what Monokuma says.
What'd you say, bitch?
Shouted Iwata.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're a terrorist just like Monokuma said.
Makura looked away from Iwata and continued speaking.
It's true, but Nagi isn't involved at all.
Celeste coldly brushed her objection aside.
I do not think you're trying to protect him all. I do not think trying to protect him will do you any good. After all, we heard Nagi call you by your real name. That's...
She had no words. There's nothing she could say to protect Nagi, even though Nagi was truly innocent. Though Makura was the ultimate soldier, her powers were largely limited to battle. Even a normal high school student could outwit her when it comes to debate and negotiation. If she were the ultimate negotiator, she might be able to convince them that their memories had really been erased. But in her current situation, if she tried to bring up their memory loss, they would think it was a desperate excuse. Even Makura knew that. But even if she didn't know what to say, she still knew what to do.
Right now, we need to treat Nagi first.
And then she started walking toward Nagi as if nothing had happened. To the others, it seemed like Makura had decided to abruptly change the subject.
Hold it. We will immediately take Nagi to the nurse office for treatment. However, we must tie you up.
This was Ugami's honest demand. But there's no way Makura could accept it. If she was separated from Nagi, there's no telling what Monokuma would do to him. Between Uwata's hot temper and Tagami's cold heart, Nagi could easily sustain further injuries under the pressure of interrogation. Furthermore, amongst these students, Makura knew that she was the only one who had the experience treating wounds due to her time with Fenrir. After mulling that, she narrowed her eyes and went silent. Her mind was made up. Oh, here we go. She's determined to fight her way out of here and escape with Nagi.
I apologize, but I need you to fall asleep right now.
As she said that, Ugami instantly positioned herself behind Makuro. She was completely within her blind spot. To a normal person, it would have seemed like Ugami had suddenly vanished. After moving faster than any human being could see, Ugami's equally fast hands launched a blow toward the back of Makuro's neck. However...
Sorry, Ugami, but I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here.
Makura parried Ugami's fist with a spinning roundhouse kick.
Oh, roundhouse! Pull that Chuck Norris kick.
Ugami raised an eyebrow at the unexpected counterattack. Makura tried to use the momentum of her kick to sweep Ugami's feet out from under her. However, Ugami dodged and instinctively struck back against Makura's pivot leg. Makura was faster, jumped up, aiming a tornado kick at Ugami's chin.
Ugami deflected the attack with one arm, then both combatants leapt backwards, glared at each other, charged simultaneously in slow motion. wielding machine guns, huh?
Every blow they dealt was parried and countered by the other, and though they were both unarmed, the sound of their battle echoed throughout the gym. It was like a typhoon had been compressed to the sounds of a car and let loose inside the gym.
The other students were powerless to stop them. All I could do was stare at the breathtaking dance of death unfolding before them.
After 10 minutes had passed, the enormous sound of one final impact rang throughout the gym. Two warriors leapt back once again, and breathed heavily as they stared at each other down.
My mistake. Though it's only been a few days, I cannot believe I did not notice such an impressive fighter was hiding among us.
In addition to the surprise Ugami felt, it was as if the battle had left her energized. Makura, on the other hand, looked down at her arm, confirmed it had been wounded during the battle, and thought to herself,
She's strong. I don't think Sakura's even taking this seriously right now.
despite being constantly surrounded by firearms, blades, traps, and explosives during her time with Fenrir, this is the first time she had ever been wounded. Ooh, damn. Makura was powerless before the might of the woman known as the ultimate martial artist, and the strongest woman in the world. Yeah, that's like, I mean, if she had a gun, yeah, maybe, but like, if hand to hand, she's fucked.
So I thought I can't be Ugami with my bare hands alone.
If she'd been directly ordered to kill Ugami, Makura would have opted to either snipe her from a distance or poison her. At this close range, she would need an assault rifle just to stand a fighting chance. Yeah.
I don't have time for this.
She looked at Nagi, confirmed that his breathing had grown even shallower.
I need to hurry.
But at that moment, she had no one to turn to for help.
Suddenly, Makura had an idea.
It was true that gaining an ally in this situation was impossible. However, she could still turn one person into her enemy's enemy. Makura took a deep breath before she charged at Ugami. And she immediately fainted and charged at a different girl. Fukawa, who had been cowering in fear from the battle between between Ugami and Makura in the corner of the gym.
This is bad.
Ugami was caught off guard and tried to run after her, but Makura was one step ahead and reached Fukawa first.
Oh, why me? Oh, come on. I can't do shit. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on.
Makura jabbed Fukawa in her solar plexus and she fell into her arms. Ishimaru and Nishina yelled in shock.
This badge plans to use Fukawa as a hostage.
Fukawa! In contrast to their shocked faces, Takami just snickered and coldly remarked, "You fool, do you really think we care if you take someone we just met a few days ago as your hostage? You think we give a shit about this?"
But Takami, my white knight, I love you so much.
Shut up, you're not supposed to say that yet. You don't know me well enough, bitch. You don't know me. This is my house. No, I literally own this building. This is actually my house. Makura just softly glanced at Takami and replied,
You didn't meet her a few days ago.
"What did you say?"
You met her 2 years ago.
Takami scowled. Makura ignored him and held her bloody arm in front of Fugawa's face. And then she yelled into her ears,
Wake up, Genocide Jack!
Oh, Genocider. Or how about Genocider Shoe?
Seems so random and out of place. Why would Makura mention the name of a notorious serial killer right now? Guy, could you imagine this actually happened in the original game? Like, dude, this is like so many fucking plot points are being thrown out in this one scene. Like, I'd be like, oh my god, what is happening right now? The students look at each other with confusion when suddenly, Fukawa, who'd been grunting in pain, suddenly kicked off the floor of the gym with renewed vigor. She leapt in the air much higher than any normal human should have been able to. While hovering several meters in midair, Fukawa twirled faster than a professional figure skater. This caused her skirt to flutter, revealing multiple pairs of sparkling scissors and multiple pairs of panties. Countless tally marks were scratched into her legs like a kill count carved to a fighter jet. If not for this situation, Fukawa's glamorous jumps and spins would have been a sight to behold. The girl formerly known as Tuga Fukawa cackled wildly, her red eyes sparkling as her absurdly long tongue flopped out of her mouth.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? You called for me, and so I appear. I got a murder IOU for you. Oh boy. Oh man, feels good to be back, baby. I can't wait for me to show up in the semi-sequel, prequel, or whatever the fuck that other game is.
Fukawa? The situation had changed so drastically that even Mizono, who was silent until now, spoke up.
Hey, you flash in the pan. Don't treat Genocide Shoe like the depressing little four eyes. That dirty girl doesn't bathe herself at all, so I gotta put in 5 times the effort to rub myself down in the shower.
Oh, that's right, Ew, I thought I smelled shame. Fukawa's sudden change of personality sent the students clamoring among themselves. Too many plot twists happening in this one scene? Hey, Leon yelled. What the hell does that mean? Akuma just shook his head.
There's some things even I don't understand.
But he's really thinking,
Oh, that slut!
The students continue to panic at the strange turn of events. Oh my god, dude, we're all gonna die! Fukawa, now calling herself Genocider Shoe, took out a set of scissors from under her skirt and snipped them with glee as she looked around the gym.
Huh? Man, it's been a while since I got to stretch my legs. So what were you guys gonna do here at the gym while I was snoozing away? Have an orgy? Oh boy! I called dibs on Titties McGee over there. Oh, I understand. I totally understand. You guys need me to cut up your clothes so you can feel even naughtier. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Why the hell would I do that for you, dumbasses? My scissors are only meant for cutting the supple, tender flesh of adorable boys. Ooh, there's one bleeding out over there. I'm gonna get him.
And then her plan went totally to shit. There's she was causing a ruckus, but when she saw Nagi lie on the floor, she tilted her head once again.
Big Mac, you're like totally about to die. What's the deal? Did the world fill you with so much despair that y'all came here to commit mass suicide? It's so hot. Oh, why are you start without me?
Oh my god. Fakao, you fucking crazy person.
Ow!
Cried Howie. Or Ashina.
Get a hold of yourself.
So she ignored it, Ashina, and let her emotions run unchecked, jumping and dancing with excitement as she held her scissors.
Oh, jeez, I want to stab Big Mac's side myself. It's about right here where the ribs are kind of showing already. He's not even screaming right now, though. What does that mean? Oh, fuck. I missed all the fun. Oh, well, may I just get used to this feeling of alienation instead? Ah!
I have no idea what's going on anymore, dude.
Shout out Kurt.
This is all the aliens' fault.
Kurt bears his head into his arms, but no one's paying attention.
Oh my god. Someone love me, please. Protect me, ogre, please.
Tsuchi's intention was entirely focused on Genosaur's shoe. Using that to her advantage, Makura began sneaking over to Nagi. She cautiously picked him up. She confirmed that his body temperatures were starting to decrease.
I can still make it there in time.
As she was carrying another person, Makura managed to soften the sound of her footsteps as she ran for the gym's doors. By that time, Fugawa was dancing around naked with scissors in her hands. By the time students heard Makura's open the door, it was already too late. She managed to escape the gym with Nagi. However, not everyone was unaware of what Makura was doing. Monokuma saw her movements out of the corner of his eye, but chose not to tell the students. And one other person, Kyoko Kagere. She saw Makura carry Nagi away, but did not inform the others as she watched them leave in silence. As everyone wrestled with their own personal thoughts and speculations, Hope's Academy began walking a path toward completely different chaos.